Yeah, Obi, just that last 7 minutes, we've talked about the young players here, but you guys, five of your youngest guys, all were on the floor together. You and Quickly and the three others. What was that like? Was that something you enjoyed? Kind of the young guys, the energy.
Yeah, it was great. Like, we're the young guys on the team, and our coach always tells us because we're young, we gotta be those guys to bring the energy. And in those last 7 minutes, like we had to do whatever we can to come back, and we started inching back with Kevin hitting a lot of threes and Mitch getting some block shots. Like everybody did their part and did what they had to do for us to come back yesterday. So.
Our next question comes from Rebecca Harlow, MSG Network.
Obi, we had a lot of fun last night showing highlights of your dad playing street ball, talking about the next generation, that whole thing. Fans love to hear those stories. So, is there a story that you can share with us as fans are kind of getting to know you that you think kind of defines who you are, whether or not it's like a childhood story or a story from Dayton? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. So, if you want some time to think, I can come back around to you, but
Just
that's what I'm
just like
looking
any
for.
story, just
Yeah, anything.
like
Like just
including
fans,
basketball.
it doesn't have to be basketball. It can be fans just want to learn about you.
So like I would just say like I basically grew up in New York and my family's been watching the Knicks my whole life. So for me to have this opportunity is a blessing. Like my dad played basketball in all the parks in New York. He had opportunities to go overseas and I had the chance to like watch a lot of his games. So I try to learn from everything that he does on the court and basically kind of like mimic his game a little bit to help me. So
Next question comes from Mark Berman, New York Post.
So, what was the experience like your first game at the Garden without fans? As a Nick, and just in terms of that lineup, those five guys, you're the oldest of the five. How crazy is that?
for the first question, it was amazing. I've dreamt of playing on the Knicks floor my whole life. So having that opportunity yesterday to play on that court was a dream come true. And for the second question, I don't know how to answer that. I was just the oldest person on that team, so or at that point. So
Next question comes from Mike Vorkunov, The Athletic.
Hey, Obi, growing up in New York, was there a court or several courts just where you grew up playing that are most meaningful to you, or you think kind of, I don't know, most resonate in your basketball experience?
I grew up playing at every park. Like I was just like my dad. We would have like 7 games in one day and just travel from Dykeman to Rucker Park to West Fourth to Orchard Beach. Like it was a whole bunch of different courts that we'll play in a day, and it's fun. Like the atmosphere and all those parks is amazing. So.
Next question comes from Rebecca Harlow, MSG Network.
And so, yeah, Obi, just to follow up on that, obviously, with a game like last night, you would love for your family to be there because this is such a big deal for all you guys. How are you sort of able, with this COVID stuff, share that with them? Do you watch film with your dad? Do you talk to him after games about what's happened? Like, how are you bringing him into this process?
Yeah, so the good thing about me being in New York, all my family's in New York. So it's like I go home to them every single day. And well, I have my own place, but like I visit my mom, I visit my dad. Like I talk to all my family members all the time and kind of just talk them through the moment of me being on the court and having the opportunity to play in the NBA because it's like they grew up watching the Knicks and like for me to be in the position I'm in right now, it's a blessing not only for me but for them too, and so they enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. So